13,114 feet. Pucker factor 10. Yep. Definitely freaking gnarly. The San Juan Mountains are as unforgiving as they are beautiful. This leg of the TransAmerica Trail takes me over Imogene Pass, a narrow, rocky climb lined with sheer drop-offs and endless views. Every mile tests focus and nerve, but the reward is worth it. This is part 1 of Into the San Juans. Good morning. Getting a bit of an early start today, so got coffee in the thermos, and I think we're all set to take off. We have a cool day today. We're going to be going on Sam's 2017 route mostly, but his route doesn't go through any like major cool towns. I'm going to stop by Telluride just to top off on fuel and ice, anything I need. Maybe just drive through the town, check it out. So that's kind of the plan. We're definitely going to climb some elevation before we get there. So it's going to be interesting, but let's get after it. Found a little breakfast spot. It's a pretty cool little dispersed site. But I'm getting kind of hungry, so interesting. They got this little flag, no fires. Never seen one of those before. Interesting. Must be a big problem out here. They're having to put little flags like that all around the dispersed camping sites. But it's pretty muddy with all that rain. You can see. Just since we've turned off kind of this little road here. But it's really peaceful up here. It was a good breakfast, but I think I'm ready to get back on the trail. Kind of a busy road, especially considering it's a Thursday. You know, a lot of traffic. But we're gonna keep making our way. Looks like we're headed sort of down. I mean, we keep going down and up, so kind of a nice view, though. Not too shabby. It's hard not to have a bad view in Colorado. Or it's hard not to have a nice view in Colorado. So do one last walk around. I have a tendency to forget things. So I always try to do like a walk around. Make sure I didn't leave anything. Looks like we're good. All right. Let's get our maps. All right. Come on. Come on, Avenza. Open up. There we go. There we go. Got our maps. So we just got outside of Telluride, and we are climbing. Now this is a pretty narrow, rocky road. Getting up out of Telluride. We had the option to do Black Bear Pass, but with that system moving in like it is, just wasn't feeling it, you know, just with the forecast and stuff. But honestly, this might be not just as bad, but this is still quite a little road here. You can see Telluride down there. I'm about to air down in 2 seconds. Once I get it to a decent wide spot, definitely going to air down. But Telluride was interesting. It was like really narrow, like uncomfortably narrow. All the speed limits are like 15 miles an hour, and there's a ton of traffic there. Yeah. But I get, like, it's so compact because there's like nowhere to build out here. It's all really steep. Here's a good flat spot. I'm going to get out and air this puppy down. This is going to be a gnarly little road climbing out of here. Just kind of got to get wide enough for a rig to get around. Yeah, meeting a car on this is not going to be fun. If it ever happens. Alright. But yeah, Colorado's an interesting place. Super beautiful, but definitely gnarly roads. So, got my air down tool. I'm going to drop this puppy down to like 13 psi or so. Should make it a lot nicer. So, got all the tires aired down. Show you the view. Here's Telluride. If I'm not mistaken, Black Bear Pass is just up in those hills. Now, this is the bypass, but, you know, to be honest, it looks like a good challenge itself. I mean, especially if you're on a motorcycle. But we're climbing pretty steep right away. But this we'll have to find out. See where the path leads. But it's a pretty nice day here. And Telluride was quite a mess. Just getting through it. Really narrow streets. Really crowded. It's not even a weekend. So I can't imagine how it is on a weekend. A little too, you know, hustle and bustle for me personally. I like a little more quieter, easy, you know, wider streets and stuff. But it is pretty. I mean, the valley here. So we're going to keep going. See if I can get some drone shots. I don't know. It's kind of hard on this. There's no good spots to pull off. And I got to be careful that it don't, you know, it's hard to keep track of the drone and drive sometimes. So sometimes I just have to just take the camera right here and just use the camera. But I'm excited to check this road out. So I'll show you the map here. So we're on the official TAT. You can see GPS Kevin 32. You can take Black Bear Pass up. There's Black Bear Pass. So we're going this way, which is a fun little route. So I think I'll do Black Bear Pass someday, but it seems like every YouTuber does Black Bear Pass and makes a video on it. So I thought it'd be cool to do a different route out of Telluride. So a little bit of an update. I've met a few cars on this road and it hasn't been fun, but I made it work. So yeah, definitely don't have a lot of this in Washington. These really like cliff-like roads. It is pretty up here. It's also a little nerve-wracking. Kind of a fun little trail. Haven't seen any cars up here, just trucks. So it is on the rougher side. But oh, finally widens a little bit. All right, keep on going. So these are like, I feel like I've seen pictures of cars on old cars, black and white photos of just like old like Model A's on roads like this. I met another car, of course. Oh, but yeah, this is like, it's totally different four-wheeling in Colorado. Just because you have that pucker factor that, you know, if this thing rolls, it's the pearly gates. Oh man. All you can do is just go really slow, 4 low, low PSI, and just hope you don't meet a car in a really bad section. That's all you can do. Just made it past the timber line. See it? It's all barren. I don't know how high we are, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to 12,000 feet. Look at that. We're driving with glaciers. That's pretty freaking cool. I've never been side by side with a glacier on a road in early fall. I mean, that's crazy. And we are still climbing this thing. I'm ready to get off this road. It's a lot of fatigue because you're trying to pay attention. You're trying not to, pop a tire. You're trying to drive a really difficult road. And it's really hard. Right. Pucker factor 10. Yep. Definitely freaking gnarly. We're making it. Almost to the top. Whatever pass this is. I think it's Tomboy Pass or something. made it at the top of Imogene Pass. 13,114 feet. It's stormy up here. The bad news is I think we have to go back down on a very similar road, which you go back down, which sucks, but that's what we got to do. I just want to get off this mountain. Woo! It's brutal up here. Beautiful, but brutal. Man. Yeah, it looks like there's a turnaround up. So I might take that back. You would turn around and then back down the mountain. So we're just making it down the mountain. It's pouring rain. This trail really never ends. I mean, this rain's getting pretty bad. But we're making it through. I'm just hoping that this trail ends soon. So, we just finally got off this trail. I'm just taking a breather. Can't really do it outside because it's pouring rain, but I'm beat from that. That wore me out all the way from Telluride to up and over. Oh, I'm trying to look on the map. Maybe see where we're at. So, Camp Bird Road. We didn't even go that far, but that was a heck of a trail. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be able to use that in a Subaru or something. Definitely need a low range to descend those passes, but so this Camp Bird Road, and then I don't even know. Got a couple of different options. 32 Tat, GPS Kevin, 32 Alpine Trail. Yeah, we're not gonna do another Alpine Trail. Screw that. I think we'll just stick to GPS Kevin's route over here, and hopefully we'll get back on Sam's route, kind of in here. But I'm hoping like between here and here we'll find a place to camp. So I do want to find a place to camp. So that's kind of the plan. Anyways, that was fun. Ish. Definitely a little stressful. But yeah, if I was in a Jeep, I probably would have felt more confident. I'm still learning the Tacoma. It is pretty capable, but you know, there are limits to what it can do on certain trails. But It is a pretty capable machine, that's for sure. So, we made it to camp for the night. We're staying at a campground. I think we're just outside of Ouray, Colorado. But I found this quiet site, and it was level enough for my truck, so I could sleep in it. So it's pretty nice. Really beautiful mountains, of course. But yeah, I'm beat after that trail today. I'm just exhausted. You know, I mean, it requires so much concentration because it's like, the wrong line, you're off a cliff. So and just having to do that for like 3 hours is really mentally taxing. And then also trying to film it is another element to it, which I think I did okay. I didn't get all the drone shots I wanted, but whatever. I'm still alive, so that's what matters. But yeah, tired. I do have 1 bar of service. I'm actually trying to send a text message, but trying to see if it'll go through. So 1 bar is better than nothing. But I am looking to get Starlink because the lack of service is really starting to mess with my 2 video a week goal. And so I really wanted to be able to do 2 videos a week. But I can't really do it unless I have reliable service in the backcountry. So definitely going to be looking into Starlink after this trip. So, but I'm going to get dinner started. I got a bunch of stuff to do. Like I've got to upload footage, backup footage. And so I'm kind of just going to grind through it. I might do a couple shots of it, but more or less it's just kind of eat dinner, clean up, do the backup stuff. And then you got to be really careful in here because of I guess there's warning signs everywhere about bears. So I want to really kind of do dinner early and get it all cleaned up so I don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of my game plan for the evening. But I'll check back in a little bit. So had dinner, dishes done, doing a little work, trying to back up some footage. The dark clouds are coming in and coming in fast, I tell you. And so I'm really hoping I can't rush this. When you gotta back up 4K footage, it just takes forever. So, this could take another 15, 20 minutes. And I don't know if I got that with the way the skies are going. So, I might have to try and button this up, put it in here. But yeah, if it starts dumping, I'm gonna have to just zoop. But that's what you get for trying to live out of a truck. So I decided I'm gonna be a little proactive. I already felt a few sprinkles, so we gotta button this up a little bit. I still have another card to back up, which sucks, but That's how fast the weather changes here. So I think I'm just going to put it on top here. Try not to disturb this. I think as we go right there. That might work. Better than nothing. Guess I'm prepared. Now that I'm prepared, it's not going to rain. See, that's how it goes. As soon as I put that stuff in there, the sun's going to come back out in like 10 minutes and it's not going to rain. Right, last one. This is drone footage. Appears to be going faster, but we shall see. Always verify too. Like, go back in, just make sure stuff's there before you wipe the cards. Because once you lose the footage like that, it's gone. Can't get it back. Well, it's about 8:30. I had to ride out a rainstorm, so I just kind of was cooped up in the truck. But I'm getting ready to hit the sack. Got a pretty big day tomorrow. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the trail's not as bad. That was pretty rough today. I'm hoping that it's more like scenic and smoother roads tomorrow. Fingers crossed. You never know. This is all brand new to me, so it's like I've never been here before. So just kind of have to take it, a day at a time. I am kind of glad I didn't do Black Bear Pass. I don't think I would have enjoyed that per se. Maybe I'll do it one day when I do the Colorado BDR. I think Black Bear Pass goes through it, or do something like that. But definitely want to get back to Colorado just at a later date when I have a little more time, a little more freedom to explore the state. I feel like getting this trail done it's kind of turned into my main priority. I really have to get it done before winter. Because I want to do my winter camping series with my dog and bring my dog back. And so I am excited for winter. And it's coming quick. The leaves are already changing here. The air's different. The rainstorms and stuff. You can already tell that fall is here. So I am ready. I'm very ready. But without further ado, I'm gonna call this a night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I think it'll be a really good morning at a beautiful campsite here. So just outside of Ouray. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, Connor here. Really appreciate you watching this one. It was a really fun episode. I decided that when putting this together to break this into two parts, it just ended up being really long on the timeline, like over an hour. So part 2 will be next week. It'll be another full-length video with camping, going over the San Juans. We'll actually be going up Cinnamon Pass. Super excited to show you that. And stay tuned for the adventure next week. Thanks so much for watching.